Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Diablo 3. And on tonight's episode, I am joined by...
Dark Dragon, Lala the Witch Doctor.
And Devin the Crusader.
And we're going to go ahead and continue where we left off in the campaign mode right here, guys. We're going to come up here and talk to the stranger and see what he has in store for us.
Magda found us in the drowned temple. Even now, she seeks the third piece.
I remember a glow streaking towards a fishing village.
That must be Wortham.
Ah, brilliant, dear Leah. Have the ferryman take you there.
Okay, that was pretty easy. Now we just got to talk to the ferryman, guys.
Yep.
Now, is this guy going to give us a hard problem? You know, he's going to be like, oh, no, you got to do some quests for us and, you know, open up the ability to use me or access my stuff before, you know, you could do that? Like, is he going to...
Nah, he's pretty chill.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Because you just never know. You never know when you get one of those guys who lead you off to, like, 15 other quests.
To Wortham.
Yeah, Deckard Cain sent you, but you'll be fine.
Smoke rises from the village.
Now, you can improve the shops. Is there any other part of this area that you can improve? Can you invest money in, like, the town itself and, you know, improve the docks or improve the houses?
You can improve your jeweler, which is your personal jeweler. You can improve the blacksmith, and you can improve the mystic, and that's it.
Okay, so as far as, like, improving the actual surroundings of the town and the people... no, that's not a thing.
Nah.
Sadly, like,
Would be kind of cool if you could.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
like-
games that do that.
rebuild New Tristram.
Yeah, at least being able to put some money into it so it looks a little nicer after you've been there for a while. Like, I don't know if you could ever rebuild this place, per se,
It's a
back to what it
permanent
used to be. Yeah, I was going to say, it's...
Well, you might want to come back here, guys, quick.
My servants will burn this town to ashes!
Why, what's about to happen?
Well, we're gonna kill this one elite, and then 3 more are gonna spawn. They're
Wow.
a lot tougher.
Why 3 more? Like her little minions, or like little mirror copies of herself?
Different guys. Watch out for the boom.
nah.
There you go.
There they are.
It'll take
And these guys, they swing that club over their head like that one just did, and then they slam it in the ground. If they hit you when they slam it on the ground, you're dead.
Ooh, I got a ring. Check that out, guys. So you die in one hit?
I see
Yeah,
the sword who
they
has fallen
swing
from the
club
sky.
over their head and then
Glows with
bash it into the
powerful
ground.
magic.
That's
We
like
found
an
it days
uber
ago.
attack of theirs.
I wish we'd never.
So you
brought
have
it
to
here.
dodge that.
Come.
Yeah.
I left Virgil to guard it.
And
will
you'll
be
see
glad
that
to be
there's
rid of
other
it.
creatures that get attacks like
Don't
that
let the Tristram to check on our
that are
brother.
just really, as I would say, OP.
Like that little ring right there.
Alright, is this an improvement for your weapon?
Kind of, but I don't know. I kind of like the one I have because it adds experience per kill. So I've been kind of
Okay.
going with that one.
Can you come to town with me real quick?
Why, what's up?
Follow me. Dev, if you could wait right here, we're gonna portal right back to you. I just
need
want to
to
bring
go
him to
back.
town because I think I have a socketed helmet for him.
I got a really nice helmet right now, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a rare helmet, so...
Yeah, I already looked at it. This is a socketed helmet, which I think you're gonna like. Have you gotten any red gems?
Red gems? No. I got a legendary ring.
They're rubies. You haven't gotten any rubies?
I got crystals. I got dust. And I got reusable parts, so no. Not yet.
Nothing like those?
No, nothing like those.
Dang it. Alright, well, you're gonna want this helmet anyway. And as soon as you get a red one, throw it in there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it does more damage, or more armor, I should say. More intelligence. Increases gold and health pickup by 2 yards.
And it
Guess
gives
that's
you
okay.
crit chance.
We're going to go ahead and put that on real quick, guys. Let's save the other one for now. Probably take it apart here in a little while.
Oh my god, I found a splinter door.
How'd you find that?
It was on the ground.
And what do you use those for?
You remember the show Lost?
Yeah, I try to forget it, but unfortunately, it's there in my mind.
One of the programmers is a fan.
Oh, okay, well, that's unfortunate for him, I guess, that he watched that show. I know most people who watched that and then actually saw the ending to that show were very, very not only confused but very angry. So
yes,
most people. Were you guys one of the followers?
I watched it. I really liked it, and then the ending happened, and I wish I'd never seen it.
That's exactly what I hear from all those viewers. So that's why I was saying, like, it's unfortunate that he was a Lost follower, because that's just they're very upset about how like the whole thing went down.
There's a few homages in here, like there's the splintered ore, and then there's pages that you can get that. The 5 pages that you can get are the numbers that the big guy won the lottery with.
But why would you put a homage to that though? Like, are there fans out there that aren't bitter about the ending?
Yeah. And on top of that,
which
you can
way are we
run
going?
into the black smoke monster. You're gonna. I asked Devin to stay there, but I guess he's just gonna come to town.
Oh, well, it says enter Cain's house in New Tristram.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna enter the house with AC, and then we were gonna port to you.
Oh.
Well, I'm still back over here, so. Event, the end of the... so we're going to do of the events. Yeah, let's do that. Is it spawning over there where you're... Oh, no, there it goes. So it teleported me back anyway, so that's not a big deal.
Use your heraldric arts to repair the sword, or your dear Leah dies a horrible death.
All this pain, this destruction. What is the sword to you?
To me, nothing. To my master, Belial, everything. Your rage is overwhelming, girl. You win this round, but if the sword cannot be mine, I'll claim the one it's bound to. In the end, the blade shall be mine.
Uncle, you can't die.
Nothing can stop that now. But there is one last thing I must do. The sword must be made whole.
Wait, he has magical powers now?
Just
He
as
always
I
has.
suspected, the sword is of the high heavens. The stranger is an angel. Heed the journal. The truth lies within.
Uncle Deckard!
Moment of silence for the loss of Cain.
Well, you always knew he was going to die a horrible death. Like, his life has been horrible. I'm not surprised they just killed him off. I'd be surprised if they left him dead. Like, they're going to bring him back just so they can kill him off again. That's the kind of life that dude has, you know? Like, he's not going to get any rest in the afterlife. Not one little tiny bit. So, you're going to be seeing that guy probably quite a bit here. Let's go ahead and turn this back into Leah.
If only I could control this power.
There's another book in Leah's bedroom.
Do not blame yourself.
Why are you
Magda is the
snooping?
one who must pay for Cain's
Because, man,
death.
she's got some interesting
Magda
stuff in that.
And her master Belial. Journal speaks
It's
of
over
an
here
angel falling from the
in the
heavens as the
slaughter
shadow
cavern.
rises from the abyss.
Oh, that's right. You can grab
The
him.
stranger
Just listen to
is
what
the
she
key
has.
to all of this.
It does not matter at this moment who
No,
he
you
truly
have to grab
is.
it.
I will find him and bring him his sword.
It's like the loot
When my
system.
power
It's
erupted,
if he
saw
grabs
into
it, it
Magda's
doesn't matter.
mind.
I will
On your
survive.
screen, it would look like no one touched it.
The spirits tell me so.
But yeah, Leah's pretty beast, isn't she?
Well, we really haven't seen her fight. I mean, that was just one little tiny outburst. I'm pretty sure
She killed everything in the room just because they got her angry.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just like any other game where they show somebody being like really uber for like 4 seconds, and then the rest of the game, they're just like mediocre. Yeah, like, because you can't make somebody that powerful. She just killed everything on the screen in 4 seconds, just like you said, because they made her angry. Now, where do you go with that? It's like the Superman, corner that they painted themselves
I've dug
into.
up some new things
She's
for you
got
to take a
hidden
look
power. Trust me.
Oh,
She
yeah,
may-
just wait, dude.
She may have hidden power, but she's not going to be able to get to use it all that often, because if she does, it's
Oh,
just going to
it'll get-
completely annihilate all the other characters. Like, why would you
It'll-
play anybody else?
It'll get unlocked. You'll see.
It gets pretty interesting later.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that just happened interesting.
Okay, so we have to go to where the
Just port to
The
me.
cellar?
I'm already here.
I saw the signs that he was falling from the light, but I had admired.
I do like how you can just teleport right to somebody.
Yeah, it's kicking.
Now, what are we going to be fighting over here in this region? Is it going to be the same
This-
creatures, or is it going to be changed? Because it does look like a different kind of area.
This is
gonna
going to be against Queen Arene.
Banana?
And as you see right here, guess what Queen Arene is?
I'm guessing something to do with spiders.
Arene the Arachnid.
Anyone with arachnophobia, don't watch. No, seriously, don't watch.
Oh, stop. I want them to watch.
Oh, that's not very nice.
I'm not a nice person, you know that.
Kind of reminds me of the cheesy holodeck programs they used to run on Voyager with the Queen Arachnid. You know, like it was the same thing. It's just
Oh, that was
Paris.
Captain Proton.
Yeah, Paris would go down there and do his whole little thing, and they actually seemed to catch on. I was never really big into that whole like universe they were creating there, that whole like 1950, sci-fi Buck Rogers kind of thing.
Right here. Right here where I'm standing.
Right.
That's a cocooned victim for the people with arachnophobia.
But you can't open it up, right?
I just did.
I will enjoy this.
Oh, we got a name here. Wormwood the Ghastly. Let's kill this little dude off. Get it back for all those people out there who are... Ooh. Daring Ramparts. Wonder what that does.
I just got a legendary shield.
Ah, congrats,
Nice.
man. Nice. Oh, yeah, that's better than what I'm wearing right there.
I got nothing. Ooh, each enemy hit by your sweep attack increases the damage of your next sweep attack by 38%, stacking up to 5 times. Nice. I think you may start using sweep right about now, huh?
Because you got a nice little something to go
Yeah.
with it, right?
See, that's the thing about this game is the gear that you get has a very, very big impact on how you play.
And that's nice because it allows you to change up the play style that you might have kind of gotten very accustomed to and almost lazy in the regard that I've been using spiders for a long time. Why change? I know they work, you know. But if you change it up, go ahead.
I hate sweep. I hate that skill.
Yeah, see, if you're somebody like that who already knows that they hate it, you probably won't use that piece of equipment. But if you don't know, you might give it a try and you might actually end up enjoying it.
It's all on the person.
Exactly, yeah.
Oop. As soon as you hit level 20, right now, you get yourself a new passive.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go in there and give us something here now. Which one are you going to do?
I'm doing Spiritual Attunement, which is maximum mana is increased by 10%, regenerate 2% of your maximum mana per second. And I'm also doing Blood Ritual. 20% of my mana cost is paid in life. In addition, I regenerate 1% of my maximum life per second. It's a good combo.
So you get to do 2? I thought you only get to do 1.
No, you're gonna have 4, but we just unlocked our second passive.
Okay, so when you deal poison, nah, I'm not going to do that one. 20% of mana cost are paid with life. Nah, I don't like that one too much. I do like the Jungle Fortitude. Reduces all damage taken by you and your pets by 15%. I think I'm going to go with that one.
That's actually a pretty good one.
Yeah, we're going to stick with that one for now. I think because I'm going to go towards more of a pet build on this guy, I'm going to try to use my strongest pets, along with anyone where I can use it where I get multiple pets. So, like you can see right now, I have a giant golem. He's basically the main tank.
Cursed chest.
We didn't hit it. I just said that there is one.
Are we going to click on it or kill 100 enemies to earn a bonus?
Kill 100 enemies as quick as you can.
Will they, like, what's the losing condition? They destroy the chest, they destroy us?
It's a winning condition.
So as long as we're alive, we can't lose.
If you get 100, then you get a bonus chest.
Ah, sweet.
If you don't, then you don't get the bonus.
Now, how fast do they send the enemies at you? Have you guys ever been so uber that you just completely annihilate everything before it even shows up? And
Yeah.
My record is 312.
wow. Because you did say that with the wizard, the sorcerer, he's able to hit everything on the map before, you know, they even really spawn. That's going to be, you know, pretty epic in situations like this where they just keep spawning.
Yeah.
There we go, guys. We did it.
There you go. 2 chesticles.
Nothing too fantastic out of that. A few pieces, but nothing really that great. What about you guys? Oh, I got a ruby.
I got a couple gems.
Yeah, finally got a ruby out of that one.
Really?
When the Crusaders had learned...
Alright. Left click to pick up the ruby, and then left click again on your head.
Ah, there we go. Increased bonus experience by 10%.
Okay, do you have a yellow gem?
No, just the Veiled Crystal so far.
Okay, when you do get a yellow, notice how your ring has a sock in it. That's where you're going to want to put the yellow.
And what's the yellow one do?
It gives you more intelligence, so you'll do more damage and have more resist all. So you take less damage.
Now, your classes, what are the main, you know, stats that you kind of look for a little bit more than others? I mean, you don't really get to concentrate too much on just one, but if you had your pick, what would it be?
Well, there's the barbarians, they're strength-based, and obviously you want more strength. Then there's the wizard and witch doctor. Hold on, somebody's off soloing, so hold on.
I'm just clearing up the map over here on this end. I'll be back over there in a second.
See, he's off soloing.
I'm not soloing. I'm just clearing up the little corners, making sure we didn't miss anything.
Excuses.
Are you on the HUD with us? No,
There we
then
are.
you're off soloing. The barbarian and crusader are strength based. The witch doctor and wizard are intelligence based. The demon hunter and monk are dexterity based.
And how often do you actually find items that that specialize in those sort of things? Do you normally find like the best equipment has those naturally, or that you might have to go out of your way to kind of find them?
If it's class specific, it will always have your main stat.
Oh, okay. So you don't really have to worry yourself too much about it. Just get the loot that's, you know, better than the one before it, as far as like the name goes and class specific to that. That way you can just you know, concentrate on playing the game, because some people do not like all those, like the heavy stats and the D&D aspect of games where you really have to be paying attention. This one seems to have you know, I don't want to say dumbed it down, but definitely made it a little bit easier for people who aren't very familiar with that kind of skill tree and stats go, to be able to just come in here and play.
They had it where it was a random number generation before, but then people were complaining because you would get like a barbarian set piece with intelligence on it.
Right, and it's like,
And
what's the point of that?
Stupid. So they changed it to what they call smart loot system, which is a lot more intelligent on how it rolls for things. But that's basically mainly the class-specific gear. With our group having 2 witch doctors and a crusader, we can get crusader gear that would have strength on it, and he can get witch doctor gear with intelligence on it. And then we can always just trade it to each other.
Right.
So it's all good.
It's kind of cool that they went back and changed it up that way. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like both ideas. You know, the getting loot that's made more for your class is obviously a really good thing to get. Oh wow, there's a lot of good stuff on that one.
Resplendent chests give you the best stuff.
Oh yeah. If you see a resplendent chest, always loot it.
Boy, any chest.
When I was soloing Randy on my own, I literally have opened 5 resplendent chests and have yet to get a legendary, and I feel so ashamed. Like,
well, I didn't get any legendaries off of that one. I did get a few of the gold ones, but yeah, legendaries seem to be very, very rare.
Yeah, but as you get higher level and you kill more and all that.
Where you heading up here? Is this the right way to go? I do like how the spiders actually fall from the ceiling and don't just spawn out of nowhere. Like in the first couple games, you know, graphics-wise being what they were, and the games being, you know, still in development based off of, you know, games that you're aware of now, where they've been very refined and they know how things look now because people have complained about them in the past. But you know, they used to just appear, or I think they actually started making it where they would pop out of urns and things of that sort in the second one. So they were aware of the fact that it's just kind of weird that, you know, mobs just pop out of the blue while you're running down a corridor. It's kind of one of those things that you can't really prepare for. So unless you're playing the right class, it could easily overwhelm you.
Certain games, it's okay, like the Final Fantasy games.
Even the Final Fantasy ones, even those, they're kind of getting away from that.
It's horrible.
Yeah, but it's just, I like how they actually give it a little bit more realism, where the spiders come down out of the ceiling and everything.
Yeah, and it gives you a few seconds. Like, you see the spiders falling down, you could run out of that area and really, you know, save yourself from getting ambushed. Whereas before, if they just magically pop up out of the blue, you're kind of left with like, well, how do I fight that? I can't. By the time I know they're there, I'm already trapped, and then I die. You know? So giving you that realism actually changes it for the better for some people who might have had it kind of difficult. And I like that. I like how they slowly, you know, I mean, yeah, anything's slow when you're dealing with things that are getting to this point of, you know, refinedness, but it's just that they are listening to the fans, they are paying attention to some of the mistakes or some of the shortcomings of previous games, and you know, pushing past that, not just, you know, resting on their laurels. Because some video game manufacturers will do that. They'll be like, oh, we got a hit, let's just pump out another one that's exactly the same, and another one, and another one, and another one, and before long, it's fallen behind, and we're too far, you know, behind to really catch up.
I can't hang here like this a moment longer. I'll go mad.
Wow, there's some decent loot on her. So we need to free her of the venom. There we go.
See, one of the things that you'll learn,
Can we please leave this horrible place?
after you go through the storyline, when you make another character, you actually want somebody to power level you to 70 before you do the storyline. And the reason for that is certain world bosses are guaranteed to give you a legendary when you kill them the first time.
Gods, you came along.
And certain world bosses
I see
have
a man taken by the coven.
The coven.
a special
not proud of. You can
item
find the
that
stuff.
they drop. So the only way to get it is to actually be level 70 and kill them for the first time.
I don't know if I like that. I would like that just fine, I guess, if you could have it where you could go to the arena or something like that, level up to level 70 before you go to the game. But I don't like having to, being forced to go in there and play it, where you just kind of sit in one spot and level up. But it's kind of the exact opposite of what I was saying earlier. I like the ability of being able to do that. I just don't like the ability of forcing a player to do that or not do that, which is kind of what they were doing.
It's not forcing or anything.
Well, it kind of is. If you want to get that one item, the only way to get that item is to go in there at level 70, and the only way to be level 70 that early on is to sit there and grind before you even get to that point. And that's,
You could be 70 in under an hour.
Right, but can you be level 70 in under an hour without getting to that point in the game?
Yes.
Like if you were just playing the game naturally, you can get to level 70?
Yes.
Just doing dungeons?
That you can put on your gear to give you extra experience.
Yeah. There's experience modification gear, and on top of that, you don't have to do the storyline. You can do adventure mode. Which
okay, well, as long as you have something else.
Anywhere around the world, you can do rifts, you can do greater rifts. I mean, you don't have to do the storyline at all.
Right, that's good then. As long as there's something else that you can do. That's what I'm saying. I just didn't like what you're saying is like the only way to do that would be basically to sit there and grind it out at the same spot, which is fine if you like that. I just don't want to force people that don't want to do that, because, for me, who I've played MMOs my whole life, guys, I love RPGs, I love MMOs. I know how the grinding can eventually get to you, even on a game that you greatly enjoy. And for people who don't even enjoy the grinding at all, and then forcing them to do that, it will absolutely, kill the game experience for them, and they won't want to play the game. So that's basically all I'm trying to, make sure is, if you guys are listening, if any game, programmers are out there thinking, okay, what's the do's and don'ts, you're probably going to know better than I do, but one of the big ones for me is just not forcing a player to play differently than his play style is, because they're just not, it's not going to last long. They're going to try it, it's not going to suit them, and they're going to move on, which is why so many games nowadays incorporate so many different genres. Like, it used to be platform games were the big things. You think back to like the 80s, platformers, huge. And then, the like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter games kind of took over in the arcades, and that became the big thing. Then RPGs had their little heyday. RTSs, first-person shooters. Now, when you play a video game, almost all of those aspects are in a video game. I don't know what to call them anymore, because it's not a first-person shooter. It's a first-person shooter with RPG and MMO aspects. It's RTS with RPG and
Hold on. All MMO is massive multiplayer online.
Right, but that's a genre into its own right. But the games nowadays, what I'm saying is, they don't fit into just one genre like they used to. Like Command and Conquer was a real-time strategy game. That's all it was. It didn't have any RPG aspects into it.
You can have an MMO first-person shooter.
Oh yeah, you definitely can.
Like Battlefield.
Right, no, you definitely can, and they're great. But what I'm saying is, the games nowadays have realized that instead of just limiting themselves to one genre, it's best to have all the genres in there.
Oh yeah.
So
appeal to more people.
Right, because people like to play the game the way they want to play, and not being forced to play it how you want them to play. And that's what I'm getting at, is when you design these games, try not to force people into leveling up by grinding, because they may not like that. Give them a second option. Give them the grinding option too, because they may like that very much. But yeah, I'm just glad
you're gonna play it how I tell you to play.
Yeah, some games do that. Some games do that. And the older ones were notorious for that, because they just didn't have the the coding and the graphics and the space and all the required, abilities to be able to come out with a interactive experience that allows you to really take your own personal preferences to heart. It was just basically, here's the journey, enter the right keywords into the journey, and get to the end if you can figure it out. But now, I think I've come to expect so much more from my video games, that ability to just really see beyond and check out different processes, different scenarios, and going back and doing the replay, like going back and playing it differently than you did the first time, and getting a brand new experience from the same game. That's a very, very cool, thing when it happens. We did find somebody's lost wagon out here, huh? But
that was the Khazra staff.
But we are probably going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and we all greatly appreciate that. Make sure to leave those comments down below. We really do want to hear back from you. What are you thinking of the series so far? Is there things you want to see in the future? What are some of the things you liked about the game, things that you may not have liked about the game? How has the game changed for you over the years? Because it has been out for a while. And as we have heard from Dark Dragon and just one of the things about this game is it's ever changing. So if you have tried it in the past, didn't really care for it, and you see now that they've kind of fixed some of the issues that you were running into, I want to give it another try. It's actually a really cool game. I would highly recommend it. It's addictive, like it's a Diablo game, guys. It's one of those things that last forever, and tons of people are into. Diablo is almost a genre into its own right. It's been around for so long. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows the play style, the look of it, the universe behind it. It's an amazing thing to behold, and I can't wait to see what they do with future expansions, because I know that they just came out with one not too long ago. So they're still doing things with this game, guys. It's by no means forgotten and kind of moved on to something else. Although, are they coming out with the 4th one? Do you know? Have they mentioned it?
Diablo 4?
Yeah.
They're actually planning on having 10 expansions for this game, so
they haven't even talked about it. Okay.
Oh, and by the way, I like bacon.
And again, guys, we're going to catch you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.